book, by the way. Really, really good. And what I was going to say about that is, he says, and he's probably not the first person that said that. By the way, he's a student disciple of Dan Pena, which you've probably heard of. So Dan Lok is Dan Pena's disciple, and Dan Lok also has converted a lot of people into multimillionaires. So anyway, Dan Lok, how a person does one thing is how they do everything. That is like some fucking sage advice. You wanna know how somebody is or how they'll be as an employee or whatever, how they do something, anything, is how they do everything. So Dan does a thing where right before every employee interview, he has the assistant call them, or it could be the night before or whatever, and say, "Oh, you know what? Dan forgot his morning paper. Could you please pick it up? He's really into sports." So they say, something a little bit specific, but not too specific. And then based on whether or not they bring the newspaper, based on if they bring him the sports section, based on, there was one dude who spent 30 minutes before the interview to create a spreadsheet and printed it out with all the NBA and MLB scores that were listed in the paper. He brought the paper and the sports section and a printout of the spreadsheet with analysis. Dan doesn't give a shit about sports, but the guy got hired. You understand? Because how the person does one thing is how they do everything. Randy says Sea-Doo is starting to move. Let's check it out. Got one? We got a fishy? Oh, yeah. There we go, you guys. Went from $2 to $3.50 in the last, 15 minutes. There it is. Woo! It is really going. Sea-Doo, S-I-D-U. We got one, like from Ghostbusters. Sea-Doo, wow, is that going? All right. Wait for a pullback before you get in, if you get in. If you must get in. Day traders only. Going live on every platform right now. Ah, shit. I can't scroll down. Okay, there we go. Great story. Yeah, Carl, there you go. In at 322 on Sea-Doo. Way to go, Steve. It's now at 362 on stocks below $5. We take profits every 10 cents, underneath every 10-cent level. So you at 322 should have already taken about 5 take profits of between 5 and 10%. Let's say you got 100 shares, maybe you sell 3 to 5 shares. You can always buy more on some pullback rebreak, but make sure you're taking profits. All right, it hit $4, like a ton of bricks. High is 4.08 on Sea-Doo, S-I-D-U. About to go over the market. Okay. So the market in pre-market was kind of slightly sagging below yesterday's close, but pretty much holding. Then the jobs report came out. Leading into the jobs report, I guess expectations were good because maybe within 10 minutes before the jobs report came out, we started to run up. Jobs report came out, and it came out at expectation. So we were expected not to grow or lose unemployment. Unemployment rate remained unchanged. However, the market started to drop. I haven't gone deep enough into the report. There must have been something in there that didn't look super favorable. However, we've just now bounced off the bottom. So for the last 10 minutes, we've bounced off the pullback of that. The bottom was precisely yesterday's low. So in pre-market right now. So that gives you an idea. We were hanging out around the close, and then we, in pre-market, sagged and then went up and then down, hit the bottom, which was yesterday's low, and now we're slightly trending up. So that's creating a downtrend potentially that will break yesterday's low. So it is quite possible that we go and we break yesterday's low today. And I think, yesterday's a great example of That's probably very probable. Rates, by the way, hit 3.13%. The 10-year rate's 3.13 right now. They've been trending up since 3.05. They're shooting up. They're going up pretty strongly, and that's also going to hurt growth stocks again. Just heard a TikTok this morning from one of those TikTok dudes talking about Microsoft and how they have 100 billion in debt. They're a great company, good company potentially to invest in eventually here once the bottom's in. Microsoft, however, they have 100 billion in debt, which they can't get to go away because they have I think like around 100 billion in cash. They could pay it off, but they're going to be acquiring Activision, which is, I forget, a 50 or 70 billion dollar acquisition. So they can't use that cash right now. And they're not going to get a loan to pay off the loan. You know what I mean? Like, this is the wrong time to do that. Rates are higher. So this is how companies get fucked. So either they're going to have to suck it up, and they're going to have to pay off everything in a longer term. And you see how that affects the growth of a company. Debt is a big factor. So Microsoft, unfortunately, in a bit of a corner there, and there's so many companies like that. One of the few of the companies that are excellently set up are Facebook and Google. They have almost no debt, so they're poised to do really well during any kind of recession. They're very resilient. Apple, not in a very good spot. They've started to pay off down their debt. However, they're at still, I think, a 25% or so debt to asset ratio, which is pretty high still. And so Apple may have to do layoffs or cut R&D. They're not going to be able to be as aggressive in certain departments, etc. Moving forward. So Apple may suffer, but still, Apple's only 14% off the all-time high. That's pretty good compared to PayPal, which is 78% off of all-time high. So when you're looking for companies, remember, it's not the amount of the discount necessarily that makes it a great buy. It could even be the fact that it's not gone down very much that says, hey, this is a good investment. Like Louis Vuitton, like bags, they go up in value, right? You don't want the thing that went way, way, way down. Would you like to buy something that went down 78% in the last year in value, or 14%? See what I'm saying? It starts to sound a little bit more attractive, the things that don't go down as much. So be careful not to get into the discount trap too much when it comes time to buy at the bottom here sometime this year or next, as far as investment goes. We have 3 minutes until the market opens, and that's pretty much where things are. Gold is at yesterday's close. And we're going to see growth suffer today, probably. If that's the case, then people will be putting into gold and into value stocks, like defensive stocks, such as consumer staples like toilet paper, Procter and Gamble, right? And alcohol, cigarettes, Philip Morris, all the stuff, the essentials. I was watching a show the other day called Wife Swap Australia. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Rich family switched with a poor family. They switched, and the poor family, which had all these values about how to value their relationship and their family more, that wife went and lived with the rich people who were like, how to value what a great education or how much money you have. They swap and they try to work with each other. And what the fuck was my point? What was I getting at there? What was I talking about right before that? Rates are going up. Gold, staples. Staples. Shit, I don't know what my point was. There was an actual point there. Oh well, that's all right. Yes. Welcome to consumer staples. No, it wasn't oil. Oil is above yesterday's close, but not above yesterday's high. It's around $109 a barrel. CDU, if it breaks $4 on the upside, that could be a breakout re-entry. CDU. Also, think about CDU from that penny stocking perspective last night. If you can get in now, potentially hold depending on how it behaves all day for a multi-day penny stocking play. And what I was going to say about that is I'm really losing it here. Losing my Alzheimer's is kicking in. Is you have to watch your risk and size your risk down in consideration that it would be a multi-day play versus a day trade by 5 times. So whatever amount you would buy to day trade, cut that down by a fifth, by 80% to do a multi-day on it. Damn, I wonder what my point was about the Australia thing, because it was interesting, the wife swap. I can't remember. Something to do with consumer staples. It was a really good point, too. I had a tie-in. I had a dot to connect there, and we didn't get to connect it. 10 seconds till the market open, people. All right, here we go. Watch for that 408 break on CDU. 392, 390, 389. Target, getting an alert on Target. No. I got some kind of a sale on something that I had already set up. CDU. Projected volume. Very high at the moment. I'll give it a few minutes. CDU open Metex. I'm getting an alert on Metex and STEM. Okay, here goes CDU starting to push up, but it did not break 408. Metex, METX. I'm gonna have to go back and see what my point is. I'm literally gonna check that out later. Definitely as an Alzheimer's patient later in life, I'm just gonna have a camera on at all times. Gonna record every fucking thing I do at all times. I'm gonna have like a playback system. There we go. Problem solved. So I'll just have computers be my brain, my memory. Wow, are they gonna do that? They can have external like brain memory helmets or something for like Alzheimer's patients. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, NLST. That's the one that looks like it's popping quite a bit. That's where I'm getting some take profits right now on NLST, which is running a little bit. That's yesterday's one of yesterday's penny stocks. CDU hanging out around 389. Want to continue to see what is the projected end of day volume on that. Still projecting at 5,000% or 50x. That settles down. It can take a few minutes. We're only 2 minutes into the open. Good morning, guys. Metex had a stock reverse split. Okay, Metex. That's why I was looking at it. Nothing happening. Sometimes you get bad information. Nubo, NWBO, potentially moving. Checking it now. No, it's not. The other one also is DraftKings, DKNG. Checking. No, it's not. It's dropping. FNKO, I want to get a good look at that. That was highly active yesterday. Nope, it's dropping. So continues to be SIDU. Also BBIG, we're watching that. Where is that over here? BBIG, there it is. Yeah, BBIG dropping also. And the market is holding, but red. But it's holding the lows. If we break yesterday's low, you could attempt to short the market. That would be a low risk entry. You'd want to put your stop at the recent pivot, which is on the S&P 500 for 12. But I recommend you trade QQQ when you do this. That way you can get more return. And that level would be the day's high. Fine. 309. What is it? Day's high. 311.73. 311.75. And there it goes. There it is. There's the entry to the downside. The breakdown on the market. This could be a huge breakdown on the market. This could be the biggest day. You want to attempt to short the Qs. QQQ. I think you can also, if you can't short, you can get, I think it's called SQQQ. SQQQ. Let's go check it out. Yes, SQQQ. Entry now. With a stop at the low of the day. If you want to learn more about trading, learn more about risk, how many shares to buy, how much should you bet, all that kind of stuff, that is all in my classes and in my trading group. You'll learn more about that. So click the links in my bio, click the links in the description somewhere there if you'd like to learn more about trading and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's like, it gives you kind of an almost option like return on the day to short to short the Qs by going into SQQQ. All right, CDU starting to pull back. I'm going to grab 10 shares right there, join at the bid, and then going over to SQQQ, I'll go plant those seeds. You guys are way ahead of me, so that's the benefit of me being an honest guy, is I tell you before I even get in. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, thank God. I just realized I bought a 10x multiple more than I wanted to buy of SQQQ. I was about to be fucking rich right there on that one. Bitching. Except it wouldn't even let me. What's wrong with that? Oh, all right. I'm just a little bit under the available funds for that. So, very late to the game. But in. I'll join you guys on the QQQ shorting adventure. Oh yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it does. You know, a TikTok comment changing somebody's life. I mean, dude, one of the most life-changing things you can do if you want to get into trading, and if you've always had an interest, is to come join my trading community or contact me. You know, whether it's through a private message or whatever, because I'll just help get you on the right journey there, and get you on the right path. And that's that in itself. Even if it's not, even if I can't give you everything that makes you great, maybe I can be a vector of change, you know? All right, I'm going to go over to the QQQs. We're going to be watching the 520 on the daily on that in order to know when the bottom will be in. Keep that up. 5 moving average and the 20. Or is it 620? 620. 620 on the 5-minute chart. Adventure, yeah. Well, it certainly is. And one of the things I'm going to tell you right away is don't use real money when you're learning. That alone right there is going to be something that later in life will be life changing. There's like these two paths, you know. Do you ever see what is it called? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, that new movie? There's like another reality out there where you decided to just blow it all on red, and that didn't work out, and you're living under a bridge somewhere in a cardboard box, and that's not the life that you would preferred. So yeah, vector for change. Do it. How we doing on Sea-Doo? I took that off of my radar. No, it's still there. Never mind. It's still there. Okay, we're still good on the cues. I'm going to jump around and check things, check my holdings. I'm going to ask you guys, since is anybody here who was in class last night and especially got drilled in, like Marcus, the penny stocking techniques, the day-by-day checking of the monitoring and the health of the trade? Any of you here? Say aye or yes. All right. Jack had to bow out a little early, but yeah, you guys, you're going to tell me whether or not to hold or sell. All right. All right. So this one is tree. Got in yesterday, down a little bit. What do you think? In the bottom right of my screen. Hold or sell? Good, Jack. For the moment, hold. If price declines much more, maybe to the 60 or 75% retrace point, I'll probably exit. But right now, hold, and I'll keep an eye on it. There we go. Next one, Forge, FRGE. I bought the dip yesterday down here at 24. Hold or sell? Hold. Hell yeah. Having a good day. Chip away at profits, correct? Chip away. So I already put a ladder in underneath every dollar point from the close up. All right, there goes SIDU, SIDU, guys, SIDU. We're up in that as well, but that for me is going to be multi-day hold, and I'm going to try and buy pullbacks, and that's going to be a penny stocking multi-day play. You guys who were in class last night with the penny stocking stuff start to see how it's a different animal than day trading. Like, it's like a day trade, but it's a multi-day thing. You know, very interesting. All right, next one. This one looks like possibly not doing good. BTB, we'll check it out. Okay, what do you guys want? What do you guys say on that one? Bottom right, BTB. Got in on this big catalyst day, somewhere around 38 cents, right here, right where it's at. Jack says sell. Why? But see, the volume is projected to be so light, and it's moving up. Okay, so the color is red, but remember, the open is here, and it's currently here. So it's moving up on the day, and very low volume. Babysit it. I love it. Perfect, Mike. Yeah. NVZ. This one got in on the catalyst day. NVZ. What's my price average on that? 4.42. All right. Sitting around right here for entry. So it is a little bit underwater. I have taken profits many times. INVZ. Hold. Reduce. I like that. I like that. Let me see where I'm at with it. You know, again, Jack, the reduce point can sometimes be the buy point, but I see what you mean. Is that because it's underneath the 5 moving average there and the sort of trend line? Is that what you're thinking is there? I like it. Jesus Christ, I'm turning Jack into a killer trader. Good job. In fact, I will, and I don't think I would have. I like that decision. Good job. I will cut in half. I got to pay you now? All right. Steve says he sold 1/3 at 438. That's not necessarily how you have to do that, Steve G. What you can do, and that's good though, whatever, you're doing great, is you could instead sell about 5% of your position underneath every 10-cent level. So 419, 429, 439, 449, 459, 469. Okay? Yeah. Until it's above $5. Once it's above $5, if that happens, then we switch to 50%, 50-cent steps. All right, checking out anything else of mine that's down really quick. ICPT. Check the health of anything down before I check the health of anything up. ICPT, I can see right away what I want to do with it. Yesterday I got in at 19.6, so I am down. I got in at the close yesterday. It is down. I calculated my stop all the way to a shelf offering of $15. What should I do today? Yeah, hold. Completely sideways too. Alert, we got something else coming up. FUBO and CYN. No, IRTC, but also FUBO is doing something. Let's take a look. FUBO. No. What was the other one I just said? I forget, but see, IRTC is another one. Nope. And FUBO and CYN. Yeah, CYN could be doing something. Yeah, CYN is flying right now. Yeah, and I bought some of that dip the other day. CYN. See, when you play the penny stocking multi-day game, put yourself in a lot better situation because you're not concerned about little teeny intraday back and forths like we were looking at the penny stocking charts last night. You're more concerned with kind of the overall picture, and then you let the day traders bring it to you. So on CYN, I'll start to set some take profits above yesterday's close. So that's what I'm going to do right now is set up a ladder. Let me check in on the SQQ. Oh, we're fine on SQQQ. We continue to make money on that one. What am I doing? I already forgot, dude. SCYN. Come on. I'm thinking about a lot of things. Got a lot of people here, and I'm trying to help you all. So first take profit will be 60, like 359. Yep. Okay, and then 369. Oh, it actually just got filled on CYN, and then 369, 379, 89. You just get it laddered all the way up. Uh, 399, 409, and we'll worry about more when it breaks 4. CYN, yeah, that's what it's literally. Oh, you're just reminding me, Marcus. Thanks. Let's see. Take a look at now on Forge. Forge is coming down. Light volume. Not much to worry about. Look at that. Look at the projected end of day volume on Forge. It's doing okay. I had a troubling day yesterday, so we got to babysit it. But in general, okay. All right. Vax. Yeah, that's it. I've had it with Vax. It just continues to grind me down, tiny bits by tiny bits. What do you guys think? Vax. Average was 720, which is like right here. It's around the close around the close of the first catalyst day. Yeah, because it's just retracing and retracing. It keeps breaking lows. Yeah, it's on diminishing volume, but put your money to work somewhere else. It's not happening. Good job, Jack. Really good job. How about CLU? CLEU. Here it comes. Need to be taking profits. So I'm going to get in there and set that up right now. Underneath every 10-cent level, starting at 239. Oh, I already have an order right there. 249. Probably I already had some sales this morning on that from my pre-ladder settings. 59, 269. D2 is having a little bit of that pullback. I'll probably be buying some more in just a moment here on CDU. 79. Scroll bar. Come on. To look higher to 2. Well, that's really the least of my problems. So I don't need to do that right now. CDU. Another order to buy at like 401 if it comes. It might dip down there in a moment. And if you guys have a smaller account, day trading issues, penny stocking is a great way to go. I'm not saying you're going to be able to do it, learn it, understand it, comprehend it, perform it, be able to do it right away, but keep saving your money, learn to trade with me, take some time to give yourself some time, practice with simulated trading, paper trading, and you'll get there. Good morning, Steven. Steven, there you are. Steven, where have you been? I literally, obviously, think about you all the time in my most private parts. No one's going to understand what that means. It's not often I'm rubbing black soap on my regions. But I'm like, where the fuck is that dude? Where have you been, Steven? Welcome back. Oh, really? You've been working hard? Making some money, Steven? Your business is flourishing? Oh, really? Okay. If you want to tell me privately, that's okay. We could have a conversation over the weekend. Just send me a message and then we'll get on video chat and hang out and talk. Good news or bad news, good. Either way, I'm happy to get the update and see where you've been, buddy. All right, let's take a look at some of the other ones here that I got to worry about. And what's going on with VAX? I thought I sold. Did I not? Why? Out. I know what the issue is there. Specs. Where are you? Place. Is it the interesting? Okay. Maybe we're talking about Anthony Robbins or something? I'm not sure. I have pretty good intuition, though. Yes. We must get together. Thanks, man. Had to visit. Gotcha. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. Oh, you came in on a good day. We're shorting the Qs today. How you guys doing on that short? Who's up? Wow, projected. Look at the projected end of day volume on shorting the Qs. Where do you think that's going to put the Qs? Nice. Right, and if I go to the intraday on this, we look at the 620. We need to go over to the Qs. The 6 moving average and the 20 moving average intraday on the 5-minute chart to tell us it's coming soon here. There we go. That we're nowhere near the bottom yet. That's Gil Morales' technique, the 620. You can look it up. You're shorting Ford. I mean, you could short anything right now. You're going to be doing okay, but Ford is a little bit more value-y, so you're not going to get the multiple quite as much as some other stocks that you might go into. For instance, like Ford is not necessarily a growth stock. It is. It's got some growth, obviously, because of the conversion to electric vehicle, but in general, Ford is a value stock. It's safe haven. It's going to stay where it's going to stay, like a staple, consumer staples or something like that. If you really want something that's going to get fucked today, you got to look for kind of like, the high growth names like Tesla or Nvidia or anything that has growth prospects that's just going to get, their dreams are going to evaporate. That's not going to happen on Ford so much. Shopify. Yeah, probably, right? Let's see. Yeah, Shopify. There's one. Went from 405 open to 360 right now. It actually touched 355. Absolutely. What was it with Shopify yesterday? I think we already knew this. Not sure how we missed that this morning. But that right there, excellent prospect. Shopify. Yeah, bad ER. And with those ER moves, you take the 10-minute breakdown. You can kind of cheat it with the 5-minute, or you can get right in a market like this if you're getting certain signals. It's up to your discretion. These are all tools that you have to use, and how good you are will depend on how many tools you have and how you discretionarily use them. It kind of sounds like a carpenter, right? I mean, you can be a great carpenter with just a saw and a hammer. It's true. And maybe some sandpaper. You know what I mean? You can do a lot of damage if you're an excellent carpenter with just a few tools. But imagine that same dude with all the tools. Whoa. You're talking about, an A+ carpenter. So that is the same way with trading. You can never quite be a good trader if you don't know the tools. Knowledge is power. What do they say? Knowledge is freedom. Ignorance is slavery. That's what Miles Davis said. Knowledge is freedom. Ignorance is slavery. God, it's so true. The more you just think about that. I was about to look at Qs are just still going down. 620 rule on the 5-minute. Check out Forge, how it's looking on the daily chart. Now look at that. Forge is picking up in volume. Projected potentially to go down or to have a high volume day. So now I go over to the 1 minute chart and let's check out what that means, that recent pickup in volume. It is definitely downward directing and needs to be babysit from here. Eye on that. And how about SysX? My penny stalkers. I should call it penny stalking. PENNYSTALKING. Hold, yeah. Hold, babysit. I'd like to see it actually, finish this move. It looks like, by the end of the day, we could get 10x of the move that it's already made. So that could be close to breaking out almost by the end of the day. So we can, get our hopes up on that one. I need to be taking profits underneath every level above yesterday's close in order to stay on top of this trade. So that's what I'm. Oh, excuse me while I kiss the sky. Is selling calls safer than being flat out short? Yes. Actually, you could do that. Yes. I wouldn't say it's safer. It's just that it's more probable. Okay. It increases your risk, and yet it's more probable. And the increased risk is less probable, but it's an increased risk. Okay. So, everything comes with a trade-off, Okay. Over here, I need to be taking profits at right there at right here at 79 cents. Oh, that's no, I got that too low. Don't take my order. Don't take it. Oh, good. Great. It rejected it before I put it in because I had it set wrong. Cars in the shop right now. Getting some new brakes. Setting up a ladder on my SysX right now. Take profits. Excuse me. Yeah, SYSX. Yeah, Steve G. Yeah. Yeah, you found it. Oh, and it's on the bottom right of my screen. Okay, I've got enough, I think, take profit points on that I can start to look at other things. TTI moving down on the day, it looks like. Let's take a look at that. And Jack, what say ye? TTI. The interesting thing is, you say that every time, and one time you were right. This time, it should be babysat, but potentially increased, accumulate here, because it's at the bottom edge of this support region area. But if it continues to break down further, break down, and actually it's bouncing off of that support area right now. Reduce / cut. Right. But right now, I would almost say grab some. It's not looking great, granted, and it depends on your allocation. But that's the most interesting thing to realize is that when you're down on something, the whole averaging down technique, but that's not exactly what's happening here. We're using trend line support or support regions. Yeah, but it is the volume. The volume is concerning. It needs to be babysat. It's something that should be babysat all day. Let's see where it ends up. If it starts rising from here, um, watch the trend. Watch the trend on the intraday. Look, it's being bought up. You can see the bottom starting to come in from 337. All right. So anyway, that's where that is. Vax, I should be all out of that. Yep, I'm all out of Vax. And Forge, need to constantly monitor that one. Forge is remaining healthy, but it doesn't look awesome. Zyme. Yeah, we're having some pullback on the Qs. I'll get into the intraday in a second here, but I don't believe it's the sell point yet. DHX, that's interesting. DHX. Okay, let me take a look at the intraday on the Qs. Okay, we'll see what happens here. But yes, we have cut across the 6 moving average. However, we're nowhere near a crossover on the 20, the 6 and the 20 between the two there. So there could still be some downward pressure on the day. TTI is coming up now. Let's take a look at NLST. That's good. BBIG starting to come up a bit. All right, Mr. M. Let's see. BBIG. Yeah, but not, and it's going to need to break over 3.6. Things going. Devon, somebody wants to know about Devon Energy. It's great. One of the leaders in oil right now. Devon and ExxonMobil. Exxon, both very good. Setting up some laddered exits on Acon, as you can see here. Another one. Get it all the way up to 269 at least. TradingView says CPSS is crossing up the trend line. So I drew a trend line alert, letting me know. All right, CDU is dropping. I want to grab some more here. It's for the multi-day play, not for today. You understand? We might not make money on this today by getting in here. But maybe tomorrow. HDSN, do I still have that? I might have got knocked out of that yesterday. I don't have that. I think I got knocked out of that yesterday, or perhaps I never got in, and I'm happy that you guys got it. Yeah, HDSN. How do you know it will get up there? Mr. M, you should have been in class last night, but I think you're the one that lives in England, right? Or somewhere. England. I don't know what you guys call it. United Kingdom. I heard a funny accent. Can you help me with something? I was watching some news show last night or something. I forget what it was, but anyway, somebody had it was a British accent that actually sounded Irish, and yet it was an Irish accent. And I don't have it tuned in my ears as well as probably you do. What do you think that was? This guy it was an English accent, but he had the flitter, the Irish flutter, and it wasn't Welsh. It was not Welsh for sure, because I know that. I'm Welsh. Evan Evans. I don't know. It must have been a region in the United Kingdom there, which is close to Ireland, perhaps, or it was a very interesting accent. I hadn't really heard that before. It was Irish, but not Irish. Geordie, interesting. All right. They sure do. Yeah. I mean, I can tell somebody who's in a different, downtown London versus like the suburbs, I mean, there's all those different accents. Almost like in California, like we have surfer dude, it's quite a bit of a different accent. Like, what's up, man? That's a Californian. Whereas like Massachusetts is get in the car. Where do I set my stop? Okay, so last night in the penny stocking class, which is what I'm doing a multi-day penny stocking trade on that one. We talked about how you have to have a really wide risk orientated stop. So what I do is I set my stop using the 1% rule. That's how I calculate how much to buy. I set the stop to where it would be a lack of progress. What stock was that? CDU. So I set my stop to where progress would be completely erased. And in this case, I set that to around $2. So right now it's at 381. So $1.81 of risk to get in now. $1.81 of risk, 1% rule. Like on a $25,000 model account, $250 risk divided by $1.80. You're talking about something like 100 shares, maybe less. I don't know if I'm doing that right. Yeah. But it's for the multi-day play, and risking small. doesn't work out, Monday, following through in any way, or have some kind of a very small, tender, low volume pullback day, then I'll get out of that one, CDU. They're delayed, Mr. M. Market mastery. You have to enroll in the market mastery, and I'm editing them on a highly delayed basis. It can be almost 6 months. And those lessons get chopped up and thrown in there, but there's lag because there's so much great content to edit, and there's so little time. But it's in a pipeline, and it continues to go into the market mastery video lessons. That dude was from Greenland? Interesting. You think so? Maybe. Well, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much French. French River, yes. Not everything. No, no. I mean, no. It can be a mix, but it can be free to try. So go check it out and see what you get. Yeah, now that the Fed is committed to selling off its balance sheet, that's going to repress the stock market. $50 billion a month, I believe, is what they're committing to, which would take like fucking 3 years. They're not being aggressive enough, and probably there's going to be more aggression in that ramped up in the future when the economy is not in such sensitive, fragile state. 50 billion is not that much compared to how much they had bought. They need to unravel trillions. That's like doing a little 1% take profit. Redbox having a big candle. Okay. Still the backside of the trade. I wouldn't even get in until it broke over yesterday's high. Oh yeah, actually it is quite moving, isn't it? No, Redbox is moving, guys. I don't know if it's gonna run, but this could be the start of a potential intraday run for you day traders. Hitting 648, and it started at like 562. So it is moving. I'm already in. Gonna take some profits up here. Levels. $674. Seven, 24. Oh, I'm so handicapped without my scroll wheel. So much slower today. $724. Because this is not a 690. Setting up my ladder of exits on that, profits. Set. Okay, we need to check in on the Qs because we've got a full-on reversal and break to the upside happening on the Qs. Yeah, this is where we can get out for sure. Crossover hasn't happened, but by God, that's a reversal breakout right there. I'm gonna let this bit of sell-off potentially happen right now. IINX potentially moving. I don't know if I have that on my radar here. IINX now, but up right here. Okay, there's the crossover. The crossover is pretty much occurring right now in this 5-minute period on the Qs. So your exit is in transit right now. $405 SPY bond, and that seems to be what it was, right? Three more minutes until this 5-minute candle completes. And you see if this crossover occurs, as well as of that candle. Corsair and WW. Oh, we got some new names there. Corsair. Corsair's on the move from 14.2 to 16. Corsair, CRSR. Corsair is moving. Not super heavy volume, but it's moving. Another one I need to check is WW. No. And BWV. That was hot the other day. What's going on there? There was about a 30-cent pop to $4. Not really moving at the moment. GH. No, that's a big drop. LEU. No, just coming up off the bottom. Zeta. Nope, coming off the bottom. And TRHC. No. And finally, BBIG. All right, BBIG getting closer to entry. One more minute left on this 5-minute candle on the Qs here. The fight is real. It's finding some resistance here. Not exit yet, except probably it will be as soon as the next candle starts to draw in 30 seconds. Still going to kind of like hold on if the direction is down and then exit. Red box trying again. You do, I'll add on again at the end of the day. So I'll save some for the end of the day on that one. All right, that is crossover. Getting out on the cues. Cue short. Exit. Okay, that's under control. All right, BBIG coming up. What was the breakout point on BBIG we were looking for? Here we go. 360. Otherwise, it's just manipulating around. If you can't get over 360. Hey, buddy. Yep. Jump roping host. Okay. You'll never be anything but a scalper. Yes. Forge is making some progress again. Looks like they're really oscillating around that trend line support, which I'm now going to redraw, as a matter of fact. Select all the current information. I would put it right there. We're still kind of underneath that trend line. So, you need to be more aggressive with your take profits and your stops. Cup and handle on SPY on the what? Yeah, I'm seeing it. Talking about like on the 1 minute or whatever, on the intraday. Yeah, but again, you're going to get more return out of the cues. Don't trade SPY. I mean, if you want a better return, it will come with more risk. Why does Safari not allow me to join my Discord link? Apple is like really suspicious about links that redirect to other URLs. And so you might have to click like trust this link or trust this site or whatever, approve, enable, etc. But if you're having a problem in Safari, just try to use Chrome or something else for that link. There's also direct links, I believe. No, there's no direct links. I'll go through a web browser and redirect methodology, I guess. Right. Coming up on the point here, where I take my first break on the day. How long will this last? What, X type? I think I know what you're asking, but tell me what? What's my Discord? It's called The Chart Traders. And you can just go to my, exit this live, go to my profile and click the link in my bio. Downtrend. And, but which one? X type. Like the one that started in November, or this recent one that's lasted like a month, or the last 2 days of breaking new lows. I mean, which one? You're saying how long will this last? I mean, life, like 80 years. Later, Mr. M. Yeah, the bear market. I mean, if are you talking about the bear market X type, or are you talking about like the last couple days? You just got to be more specific, because my answer might not be what talking about the context that you're asking about. The bear market. It could be many months more. There'll be a real estate recession, which is already in. We're in a recession, by the way. They won't say that yet because you need 2 quarters of negative GDP growth in order to by definition be in a recession, but we are already in it. We have negative GDP growth, and real estate's next. That could lead to a crash. Actually, that could actually happen. A real estate crash, but probably it's just going to be a real estate pullback correction over the summer, and then the market's going to continue to decline. We're going to keep raising rates to stem inflation, which is not looking to slow down for another 3 to 6 months. So we're continuing to look at stuff like October, November being the bottom. The real estate market next year could be really at the bottom in the summer. So if you're going to buy any real estate next year, is probably looking better next year's summer, maybe end of summer. And then if you want to get the bottom of this market, keep waiting. It could be another quarter or two, and it could even be next year. Can keep going. But we're here every day, monitoring it. Let's ask the 8 ball. Will SPY see 400 next week? We asked the 8 ball last night, RJ. When will it's? We asked, will we come out of the bear market before? What did we say? November. The 8 ball said unlikely, and we were all really surprised by the answer because, I mean, we put a lot of faith in that 8 ball. That 8 ball has never been wrong. It never lies, my friends. So yeah. Watch your money, capital preservation. Over this weekend, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to let you know some ETFs where you can park your money in the meantime if you have some savings. And then again, it's not financial advice. You make your own decisions for educational purposes only. If you like to learn, I will let you know what kind of ETFs in a economic cycle like we have right now and moving forward could be beneficial places to park your money educationally. Ask Jen Psaki. Rusty 8 ball. I'm looking at it right now. Let me take a look at the cues because I wanted to know, did we undercut? So remember last night we talked about in class, if we close above Monday's low today and yet undercut it today, then we're still in play. The bottom is still technically in. Where did I get that 8 ball? The funny thing is, I think we found it. I think it was buried in the ground with this drumming, like. I was like, what the fuck is that sound? I got a shovel, and I was like, whoa, what is this? Dude, careful. Don't break that. That looks like a plastic 8 ball or something. So I pull it out, and it's like. I was like, holy fuck. And I'm like, what do we have there? And it's like, it's just the Eye of Sauron? Like, what the fuck? And there it was, the magic 8 ball. It since has stopped beating. Once I started asking that first question, I don't know why, but it stopped that beating. But the magic 8 ball tells all, and it's never lies, and it's always right. So far, I mean, it actually has never been wrong. We've probably only asked it about 20 questions in the last year, but the less you use it, the better it is. Isn't that true with everything? Maybe not. I don't know. There was, never mind. We won't go there. Let's make an 8 ball movie. I'll probably cut up this segment on the 8 ball and put it in in a TikTok. Never been done before. Let's make an 8 ball movie. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, they have Ouija, right? Wasn't there a Ouija board movie? I think so. That must have been where a Ouija board movie came from. Somebody's like, ooh, we should do a Ouija board movie. Too funny. All right, you guys, that's my cue. The market's now hanging out sideways. Yeah, later, Stephen. Thanks for popping in this morning, and let's go into the trader lounge, into the trading group. You guys can hang out in the trader lounge. The more of you who are interested in that, the better it gets. So you pop into the trader lounge, share your screen that you day trade with each other, talk over mic or webcam and mic, or just watch, be a fly in the wall, and buddy trade. You can do that live on in the live trading lounge over in the group. You can buddy trade. As we have more and more people in the group, that's going to get more and more active. And eventually, once I see you guys are doing that regularly, that's where these broadcasts will go. I will actually be in there, and we will all do that together. So that's cool. That's just a plan for the future. Maybe later this year. Yeah, today is Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. If I don't see you again, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, or whatever it is. So are we shorting or longing? The day seems to be sideways, just hanging out at the bottom. We tried to short, but that basically got cut short, and it's kind of a nothing, a fugazi, nothing. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Steven, send me a private message. Ooh, red box is starting to come up right as we were talking about it. Later. Make sure you take advantage of this beautiful weather.